Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and to this new video where I will finally share everything about my experience participating for the first time in the 100-day project. I called my project the 100 Day of Floral Linework, and I divided this video in 3 parts. I will first talk about my motivation and how I have framed the challenge and set the rules for it. Then I will share with you a flip through of the 100 drawings that I did during the challenge, and to finally talk a little bit about the lessons I have learned during this process. So if you are curious about, come with me to learn everything about my 100-day project. Well, I always thought that the 100 days was too long, too complex, too demanding, and this kind of overwhelmed me. So I was always find excuses not to join the challenge. But then back in February this year, I was driving home after a long day of work, and I was listening to an episode of Kelly Wynn podcast, the one in which she made some parallelism between how to run the challenge and run a business. And she shared some very interesting principles about how to run both, and the one that stick with me was about to narrow the focus of the challenge and to be specific. And then I was thinking that to narrow the focus, it would also need to be simple. And then I thought that what I do that is simple for me, that is easy for me, that I could explore during 100 days. And it was drawing flowers. I start this art practice by drawing flowers. This is something that comes natural for me, that I enjoy a lot. So it was decided that I would do the challenge around drawing flowers. And then I started to think about the specificities, the rules for the challenge. And the first one was about the material that I would use to draw the flowers, and I decided that would be gel pens. That is my favorite way to drawing flowers, but that I would change the color of the pens each 10 days. And then I also thought about if I would draw just one flower, some flowers, or that maybe I could draw 100 different flowers. And I choose the last one because it would allow me to draw flowers that I have never drawn before, and to improve the way I draw some flowers, the ones that I'm used to. So yeah, it was about drawing flowers using gel pens and drawing 100 different flowers. I also decided that I would not be drawing every day, that I could make some like 3-4 drawings in one day and draw anything in the other ones. So that the most important thing was to complete the challenge within the time frame of 100 days. So no obligations of do one drawing per day. And also I decided not to share it or to overshare it in social media, like have to share the results every day. No, I decided to do that only when I fancied, or only when I had the time to make a video of the process of drawing a flower, and that's what I did, because I prefer to share the results and the process of the challenge through my newsletter, which I did, but not as much as I intended to. But I was okay that when I finish the challenge, I will do a proper video talking about it, and that's why I'm here today. So these were the rules I have set for the challenge: drawing flowers with your pens, change the color each 10 days, not drawing every day if I could not, and not oversharing it in the social media, because I was doing the challenge for me, and not to gain more followers and things like that. So yeah, that's what the rules. And now I will share with you the 100 drawings I did, and talk a little bit about how was drawing all these flowers, to then talk a little bit about the lessons I have learned with this project. The drawings were made in two old notebooks that I had already available. Remember, I wanted to simplify the challenge, so it didn't make sense for me to buy a new one. The flowers were drawn in alphabetical order, which was very interesting, because some days I had to draw a flower that I had never drawn before. That made me very uncomfortable, and that the result was not that good. But the purpose of the challenge is to practice with new flowers, and improve with the ones that I was already used to draw. I can say that apart from the ones that are my favorites and that I am used to draw, such as magnolias, gardenias, passion flora, I really enjoy to draw the exotic ones, such as anthuriums, banksias. I think it's bottle brush. It was really fun to try to draw this one, and there was also some flowers that that they result really good, and I was not expecting, such as the daffodil, and also the agapanthus, the delphinium. I really also enjoy to draw the moria, I think it's called like that, the moria, the wattle, and the yarrow, that I have never drawn before. So yeah, I also liked to change the color each day, because that way things were not that boring. I was afraid to get bored by using just, for example, a black pen. So I think it was a smart decision, and it's something that I will considering in the next challenge, to change the material, at least not the material, the colors used for. I have scanned some of the drawings to use in other projects, but I made them available for you too. You can find the link to download them in the description box. So I made 100 flower drawings by the end of May. So I was able to stick with the 100 days time frame, which I was very happy about it. And during this process, I have learned some lessons. They are not new, but there is nothing as experience something and learn by yourself. These lessons will stick with you for the rest of your life. So the first one was about to keep it simple. And I think this was the drive for me for this challenge. I have been talking about make things simple with this challenge since the beginning of this video, and this was key for me, because if I didn't have set out a challenge that was very simple, I would probably not finished. I would probably like give up in the first 2 or 3 weeks. So I am glad I simplified the challenge to be able to conciliate the challenge with the other activities I have in my life. So that it's a great lesson for me, because this simplicity I can keep exploring in the next versions of the challenge. I have already started how I could run the challenge next year, and I have some ideas, but I will share in the right time with you. So the second lesson was about be flexible. That is also very important, and I think this was something that prevented me to do this challenge sooner. Is that I was think that I had to do something every day during 100 days, and that's not true. You can set the rules for your challenge, and I think one big rule for me was not to be obliged to draw every day. So the important was, can I do this exercise 100 times? Like, can I draw 100 different flowers within 100 days? Because some days I can draw like 4 or 5 flowers, and the other day I will not draw any flowers. So that's what I did, and this worked very well for me. So I could like take time to search for flowers reference, like to pin the ones that I like the most, to study the shape of the flowers, and then in the other day try to draw the flowers. So be flexible. Be flexible about also the materials, because sometimes I run out of some of the pens, and I had to use a similar color. I don't know if you have noticed, but this also happened, and this cannot be a reason for you not to keep doing the challenge. And the final lesson is about that don't overshare it, or I would say that you can share things, but I think that if you set as a rule that you need to share every day the results of your challenge in the social media, this can be very damaging, because it will put a pressure on you that is not necessary, and that will make the challenge not that enjoyable. So for me, I think that I can share, for example, like highlights, like a flower that I have really liked the result. I can share it. I can like share the progress of the last 10 days and things like that. So I think that this was also very important for me to be able to complete the challenge, was to put aside the pressure of overshare. I would say this is overshare. Share something every day during 100 and it's too much. It's too much. So yeah, be simple. Keep it simple. Be flexible and don't overshare. I hope that by sharing my experience with this challenge can help you anyway, can also inspire you. So let me know in the comments if you have done the challenge, if you are used to do it, and what were the lessons for you. I'm very curious and I would love to chat with you about your experience in relation to 100-day project. So this is what I have for you today. I see you in the next video. Bye.